All right, we're here at Simmons Plains Raceway for round 2 of Drift Collective. That's right, this weekend Drift League will hold our second round and it's going to be an absolute beauty. It's 6 degrees here, but things are going to heat up on track. Let's get to some action.
That's what little bit is there. That was sick. That's what we want to see. Those chains get nice and close and personal, super committed, coming down the hill there.
Now, got our next battle car here now, lads.
Danny Piesick will be on the chase. It will be Bailey Livesley leading. Bailey with that half spin last time, so he's going to have to put it all on the line to win this battle. Danny with a huge amount of angle, but holds on to it. Bailey quite shallow and nowhere near the clipping zone, but at this stage it looks like he's just trying to get through the track. Yeah, as we talked earlier with him this morning, man, just going down, doesn't have the power to just overcome.
Yeah, just really unfortunate there for them. You never want to have issues because it's a mechanical. Like you want to, if you make a mistake, you want it to be on you, not on your car. It's the worst feeling.
It is 100%. It's not me, it's the steering rack.
It's not me, it's because it's a Commodore.
Yeah. There's actually a nimble operator behind this wheel. It's just being masked. All right, next on the line, it looks like we have Tom Beams in that refreshed blue BMW, looking hot to trot, and he will be going up against South Australian Jamie Godfrey. Now, Jamie hasn't been drifting for that long, maybe a year and a half, but he's definitely been getting his fair share of seat time. So he's out here to put on the show. Jamie holding back against the shoots to close on in.
Oh, he's trying to be wide there, Tom.
Yeah, so looks like Jamie just leading Tom a little bit of the straight there. He comes in super hot because Tom probably a little bit of a power disadvantage compared to that big block 427 under the hood of Jamie, doing all he can to throw it in as quick as he could, and maybe just not used to carrying that much speed into turn 1.
That's a fair call too. I was having a chat with Tom earlier. He said he'd been throwing a few in over the hump at 4th this morning, was having a bit of a play. He did have an issue with drive shaft earlier this morning as well, just rode a bit of a shoot, throwing down the drive shaft, but too bad trying to keep up with all that power.
In the second part, Tom leads Tom not quite getting out to that clipping point, and that huge amount of handbrake. But Jamie's not phased at all. He's but as I say, that classic commentator. Now, I dare say that spin was caused. Tom Beams was fully straight.
Yeah.
As straight as it comes. And,
yeah, definitely fully straight there.
Jamie,
and Jamie going the wrong way.
Yeah, Jamie just had to dose a full amount of lock to avoid making contact with Tom Beams there. So, I dare say that one would go in Jamie's...
Just remember, Jamie's going to drive that on the boat.
Yes, that's a registered vehicle.
It actually is registered.
Yes.
He drove that to All Japan Day and got some very interesting looks from the constabulary as he was leaving the Glenelg there. So
don't worry, gang. It's all engineered. It's all above board.
I've never watched a 427 sequential car take off so slowly and shift gears so low up. Yeah, it was basically like driving a truck. He's shifting at 1500, dropping it back down to 1200.
Alright, it looks like our other battle lined up here is Nick Del Grande, white S13, fluoro wheels, can't miss it, and it looks like he will be taking on Anthony Romano, our big backy extraordinaire from this morning, from Melbourne, loves to have a great time with the gang. He is leading here and he will be charging. Alright, Anthony out wide, Nick Del Grande just holding back. Oh! And I tell you what, that was kind of a phase by Anthony Romano because he didn't quite have that held on and that phased Nick to chase deeper, but that's hard to judge that one because Monaro did hold on to it.
That's it, he ran that line, he was slowing down where he was supposed to slow down, but did he slow down more than maybe Nick was expecting? expecting, but
I think personally it just looked like Romano was doing his best to get through. Obviously, he's no sneaky games or sneaky buggers there at all.
Romano was full tilt all the time.
Yes.
He's not playing games. He is just frothing. Whatever he's doing, he is full send.
Exactly. So I think Nick Del Grande just didn't quite get it started how he liked
And that's
it.
when you get some absolutely intense battles.
Here we go, Nick Del Grande leading Anthony Romano. This is the actual battle. Romano big sort of semi-straight in there, but that was also Nick Del Grande on the handbrake for a strong amount of time.
Yeah, it's an interesting one there. It's, Nick was shallow, but Romano was just kind of in the middle of the track, kind of going, what do I do?
Exactly. So
Where do you expect me to go?
a bit of no man's land.
Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Hope to be the judges in this one.
Good.
There we go. We've got the cliche call out of the way.
Yeah, of course we're not judges. That's what they say. Those we can't judge, and those we can't judge on the track.
We appreciate that. We are underway. Shea Ponsby will be leading. Qualified 22nd. Brady Lovell in the chase, and Brady Lovell getting that little gap. But maybe just holding back to chase in Shea Ponsby as he does start to make ground. Shea, setting the weld on fire, a little bit tight, not feeling the zones, but getting through it. A little bit nervous. Yes.
Nervous. But as well, Nick and Jason. Brady in the chase. Again, looking nervous as well. He had a bit of a gap. Again, as we move forward and we get into our next groups of drivers, we're going to see that intensity stepping up when we get to our top 16. It's going to be the best of these guys versus the guys that did the best yesterday.
And it'll be Brady Lovell leading this time, Shea Ponsby in the chase. And a little bit of a timid Timmy type of battle, boys.
Yeah, that's it. There's a little bit more confidence in the second run.
Here we go, Shea is
he's not
right
giving
there,
much
he's not
room.
giving him much room at all.
Oh,
Big
big
straight by Lovell.
Yeah, again, Lovell, nervous in the middle of the track. Shea, again, falling back a little bit. There's a lot more aggressive on that initiation, trying to close that door around the final corner, but again, very nervous looking battle between those two.
Or hear me out, alternative theory. It is Brady Lovell's 30th birthday during the week. Cam Martin needs a car.
Yeah.
Do we just clock off early?
No, we never clock off.
We never clock off
We
early.
never.
Okay.
And if you've had a big one, you're never thinking about clocking off early. You're thinking about, I'm just driving this car.
Yeah. It's not so much the driving aspect. All of them are doing great driving, but it's the way they prepare. So the way Ryan Little went about his business yesterday was extremely professional. Anywho, enough of me talking. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Literal leading out Joe Vent. Ryan Literal absolutely sending it in. Joe Vent with a massive gap to make up, but he's going to do his best. Oh no! Sort of straight. I tell you what, we're starting to miss with the handbrake.
You reckon he's grabbed the door?
I reckon he's grabbed the handbrake. Yeah, that's I do think that
Absolutely
kind of
grabbed
like
the
that.
Or he's grabbed the gear shifter instead of the handbrake.
Yeah.
Of course, Ryan does all that with his right hand. Here we go. Ryan Literal now, Joe Van. So Joe Van in the lead in the R32, being chased down by Ryan Literal in the S4 coming down over the crest. Bit of a mid-line there from Joe. Ryan just trying to stay in the pocket. Good transition, a little tight, but it's nice and snappy as Joe just walks away from Ryan Literal in there. Ryan tries to close the gap coming through. A big angle across the line as well from Joe. Really leading the second half of that month.
Yeah, that's good. It was pretty good, I agree. Good centred over the centre of the track, coming over turn 1 into turn 2.
And then tied into two.
Held it tight through turn 2, and then Joe just put the foot down.
Yeah.
Gops because he was only going to drive because he shut out.
Yeah, Ryan got the gap because Joe was very tight.
Yeah, so he had the right line. Chase drive.
That's right. And there's
Exactly.
what did the Brody call it? You say it was soft killer?
Some killer road, yeah, very formally known, like informally.
I'm assuming everyone knows it's the suck. It's known by that because it has killed some sucks.
Yeah, very much killed a couple of subs, very much so.
Oh, we have.
It is indeed, I reckon. It was a tough one for the judges to decide. So now we have Ryan Literal, Joe Vent going one more time.
Yes!
Joe go.
That's crazy.
And Ryan stays in, so doesn't let the rear bar tried to lead effective whatsoever, but Joe Vent was locked up for about the bus straight.
Little Joe has got some cojones on him, man. Honestly, bro.
I love that. Do you reckon the mindset was, alright, FD driver, chasing, I'm going for it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it. Yeah, he's seen him in the mirror when he done his chase run. He's like, bro, this guy ain't joking. He's like, no, I'm gonna give it to him, like.
And here we go. Part 2, Bailey Loxley, sorry, Joe Vent taking on
there goes the gun!
Defender.
Oh no, Joe!
There goes Joe, going through the infield, pretty similar setup as his chase run, just straight.
He sent it.
You can't knock Joe for trying there. He was absolutely moving and grooving. I think it was just a similar case of something that happened yesterday. Not quite enough weight transition, and then when you reef on that handbrake, you're going nowhere but straight.
He's trying to go too far. He's trying to go faster than he's been going.
Yes.
So I need to go faster and step it up.
pick it
And
up.
then when you do that, you lose some wheel speed relative to the car speed, and then all of a sudden you don't have the swing that you want.
Yep. It's a classic stitch up, but wow, no one can knock Joe Vent for trying there. That was unreal. All right, here we go. Toby Mychek leading out Sam Lawson. Sam Lawson chucked a big.
Oh, that's big!
Too big.
That was big with his new lock kit, just recently installed about 40 minutes ago.
He is beast.
Look at big stairs, bro.
So the same was about 45 minutes ago.
But no, that's all right. That's that does happen. Big jobs. He was going hard. You can't. It wasn't lack of commitment there.
It was definitely not a lack of commitment. If anything, he was overcommitted.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he was ready to go.
Indeed, Toby Mychek in the chase. This is part 2 of that battle after Sam Lawson getting shaken out on entry. Toby Mychek not mucking around. That's a tough ask to chase when the driver is
He's throwing the track like that, trying to loosen up the track for Toby there.
Go loose stones.
Go loose stones.
There we go. Arms away. We're away, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it will be Cody Moxon in the chase. Houston Sackers in the lead. And this should be a fiery one.
Yeah, keep going down now into turn 1. Big snappy initiation, floats wide for Huey as he grabs the handbrake, pretty good drag on that transition. That allows Cody Moxon to get up close and personal with the side of the R33 Skyline coming through into the final quarter now. Nice smooth lead run from Huey there, and just allowed Cody just to get right up there, right up alongside him.
All right, here we go. Cody Moxon's turn to lead this time. Houston Sackers in the chase. Huey is in the chase. Cody Moxon pedaling, but Huey wasted no time to get up close and personal. Cody Moxon just a little bit
Transition, and Huey though, really getting right up there with him.
Now I know I joked about it before, but that is actually a tough one to judge.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, it's going to be good that we don't have to do that. So the judges over there, of course, if you look towards turn 3 there, you can see the gazebo over there. That's where our judges are sitting. So they have prime time viewing of the bus stop there. So that's definitely where the time to put that impact on.
Danny Pisak in the chase. Landon Kennedy in the lead.
A little bit late of transition there from Landon again. Just couldn't quite get the car slowed down. Transition in the middle of the track, and again, that's allowed Danny just to take advantage of that. Get right up on the shore of the Sora.
Wow, unreal. So yeah, we're getting through these battles then.
Yeah.
That took us by surprise.
We actually want to have a feeling of expression session in the end. That's always good. This is a perfect track for this team because obviously you have the whole back straight. The guys pull down, and while they're doing that, we just go, alright boys, we've got another run, let's go.
Yes,
All right, here we go. Yeah, come down to another one, boys.
Danny Pisak in the lead this time. He's being agile and chasing great. Atlantic Kennedy showing what it's about, getting up close. Oh, this is unreal. Great emulation there by, but he is putting it on.
He is throwing down there. Great lead from Danny as well. Really allowed him to get in the pocket there, but Landon really got in the pocket there.
He did. And we've seen a lot of drivers sort of wait a little bit to after the hill on transition to get the proximity there. Landon just wanted it all everywhere.
It was a good thing that Danny already lost his rear bar.
Yeah.
I think he might have lost it on that transition if he still had it. That was right up on the back of the S13 there.
On to our next battle, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Khan Tidy will be leading Jamie Godfroy. This is a Tassie local up against the South Australian. Khan Tidy goes big but goddamn did it look glorious.
Oh, it looks sexy.
That looks so good.
Oh, Jamie has spun out there
Oh,
at the back, so that's
interesting.
so I'm not quite sure you
Well,
boys
we're
might,
gonna
but
judge, boys.
so I'm not sure if that's a sure sign that like maybe not going deep enough, but anyway, it doesn't matter because our next part of our battle is underway. Jamie Godfrey's turn to lead this time. Can't Tidy in the chase. Here we go. Can't Tidy getting up nice in there, Jamie.
Oh, awkward there for both of those drivers as Jamie a little bit shallow there and Khan not quite reading that and then having to have some extra dab at the handbrake to keep the car sideways. Yeah, a little bit awkward there from Jamie leading Khan Australia and Khan not quite getting to grips with that.
Now, look, that'd probably be enough to swing it Khan's way with Jamie's spin at the
Yeah,
end. But
yeah.
you know, that again, the two wheels off or a wheel off, was that anything? Okay, lining up here, looks like we have Dale Campaign and Anthony Romano.
This will be interesting to
Yeah,
watch.
this is going to be Dale, a seasoned vet of competitive drifting. Safety Campaign, they call him, because he's so clinical.
That's right, never takes massive risks, but someone that definitely does not care about anything. He's got to drive that back to the boat. You wouldn't tell looking at it, but Romano will not let anything off the table. He's going to absolutely send it, and Dale's going to want to actually start pushing on this one, I think, because I think Romano's really going to stick into it.
Yeah, 100%, and like, not with any of these drivers that you can leave anything on the table, but Anthony Romano especially, you can't underestimate. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. Anthony in the chase, Dale Campaign in the lead.
Dale Campaign, foot flat down the straight, kicks it sideways, flicks it over the crest, but again, we can just see him massage the handbrake. It's Romano throwing it in, all angle in the chase as Dale again just right on the line, exactly what the judges want to see as he does. Romano pushing up in the Steamer Spilled SR20 in the chase.
Oh, that was great stuff. And I thought Romano might have cranked a bit too much angle in the chase there, and that was going to upset him, but no, he made it work, held on, and even gained ground on Dale towards the end there. So, all right, here we go. Part 2, Anthony Romano leading this time. Dale Campaign in the chase.
Look at these speeds now from Romano. He's going to get right up on the edge of the track, feels that outside zone. Nice transition. Dale now getting into the pocket. Trims the angle to get up on the door of Romano as they come into the bus stop now. Again, Dale just wants to get right up on the door as they come around and through under the bridge. But Romano, that was a solid lead. And that was smooth.
Yeah, great lead. And I thought Dale's chase was real solid as well. It was definitely smooth, and it was sort of a lot smoother than Romano's chase. But in saying that, and the judge is looking for some pizzazz because Romano definitely had it in the chase.
That's it, and I did like Romano's entry.
Yes.
It was very smooth, very floaty. You could see Dale was really placing the car with the handbrake, so and I know the judges wanted to see angle to slow the car down.
Here we go, Dale Campaign leading Anthony Romano. I dare say this must be
Romano was getting up there again.
Again, Dale just placing the car. Again, Romano just overshoots the second one there. And Dale, again, we're talking about Dale getting the car out to that outside zone. One of the few people that are getting that pretty right, as he's very good at placing the car where it needs to go. And Romano just grabbed a bit of rip and strip there on that transition and just shot him right off the edge of the track.
Anywho, here we go. Part 2 of our Anthony Romano Dale Campaign battle. Dale not using Anthony. He dives right up in there. Anthony deep. Whoa, there's a big plume of smoke, and I don't think it was from the tyre.
That was very interesting there from Romano. Definitely got the dirt turbo cranking for a minute there. Dale Campaign is all over him like a rat.
That is, I think that's sort of leaning a little bit towards Dale there, just overall, comparatively, but wow, you can't, like, Anthony Romano's been good. This will be unreal. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Mudge in the lead. Toby Mysek in the chase, not giving any room to Sam Mudge. Sam Mudge cranks the
Oh,
this could be a... That was almost a huge accident there, but Toby just managed to miss it. Again, another driver going a bit faster than they thought they were. Couldn't quite get the wheel spin to happen, and straight.
Yeah. But can we just take a moment to appreciate the initiation
From Mudgy, yes.
Like,
Yes, we can.
he's had the most to the left before transitioning that we see pretty much out of everyone.
Here we go. Toby Mysek's turn to lead Sam Mudge. Sam Mudge with the sexy initiation. Can Toby Mysek bring that in? Ooh, Toby getting nice and deep in that outside zone. So deep he dropped the wheel, but because he's done that, it's tightened up right into turn 2.
Yeah, Mudgey now just trying to play the catch-up game. Toby just cut the first couple of corners and walked away from him a little bit, but gets it down across the line. But that lead was comparatively to Mudgey's night and day.
Night and day, indeed. So probably an easy decision.
Easier than Dale Romano.
And speaking of goddamn, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we might have Logan Lovell taking on Lloyd Smith. No, it's Ryan Literal, ladies and gentlemen. I tried my best. Ryan dapped into the dirt, but holds on to it. Lloyd Smith holding back, but he's going to come 0 in now.
Get up there, Lloydie.
Get out there, sir.
But Ryan doing a great job.
Yeah.
Right. Open the edge of the track a little bit on that initiation, but again, feeling that outside zone to perfection and then some.
Indeed. It was a little bit, I wouldn't say hesitant from Lloyd Smith, but I expected him to be a lot closer. Lloyd's no stranger.
I think maybe he just got a little bit warped on the run up.
Yeah, or maybe,
He has had his turbo fall off this morning, so he might be having some issues, SR things.
Next up, we will have part 2 of our Lloyd Smith Ryan Literal battle. Lloyd Smith will be leading this time. Ryan Literal in the chase in Logan Lovell's car. A borrowed car. It's on the wrong side that he's used to. He's on the other side of the earth. Here we go. Lloyd Smith, big entry. Ryan Little's going to try and stab right in there. Follows nicely and doesn't have any weird sort of hang-ups that we've sort of seen when
Lloyd's dropped the wheel.
Lloyd dropped the wheel, so that makes it even on the wheel drop count. And Ryan Little just says,
Lloyd's
wow,
here.
Lloyd is an arm come loose or something? That looked really strange
like the
there.
front just washed straight out on that last transition. Lloyd doing well to keep it out of the dirt and on the track, but that's huge.
We don't want a repeat of that Jesus Tirana.
No, that wall has claimed a few victims in the last couple of weeks.
So yeah, that's an interesting one.
Right, here we go. Marcus McCarthy, he's going to be leading. Shea Ponsonby in the chase. PR32 coming into turn 1. Marcus right out wide. Beautiful line through turn 1. Transitions into turn 2. But Shea though, all up on the back of Marcus as he again sleeves that door perfectly wide. The universal hand out the window for go around me, boys. I'm done.
No, Daddy, no!
So, unlucky there for Marcus. He's supposed to go back to the quarter got out.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shea Ponsonby in and the ladies already getting started. A little bit early, power on the button, driving straight into there. Shea feeling that outside zone nicely, but he's lofty. He was waiting for 5 to 6 business days for it to transition down there, but Marcus absolutely knows he has to get on that door and try and force a mistake out of Shea.
Yeah, Shea with a small mistake, but not a spinning around mistake.
No, not a I'm going to lose this battle because of that mistake.
Yeah, Shea's just been having this issue all day, pretty much since he's changed ratios, just kind of getting the car to find that right spot, and he's just been overshooting that entry all day. We're not Shea going to slow down more. But now we've got Wally versus Wonga coming down the front straight. AU foul into the hole. Wally a little bit shallow there, actually checks up right in front of Bogger. Bogger does a great job to avoid contact there as Wally's out nice and wide. Bogger diving to the inside, really struggling behind the AU Falcon, and Wally definitely not as fast and grippy as the car is used to chasing there, right? So here we go, we've got the second half now of Bogger versus Wally. Flying down straight in the hole. Big power in the green 180 there of Bogger, and Wally just with that awkward transition in the chase again, absolutely taking back the win right now by Brendan O'Grady. So come around the final corner. Look, I can't even see.
Yeah, I'm not sure again. I can't
We've
see
just
it.
been smoke screen like drift hard.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. Hard to keep up with for you. He's still got a pretty good line down as much as possible to try and get up.
I'm not beating that. I'm not beating. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, and if then you battle your way through, you win a couple of battles and go on out of the half, you're like, I've got momentum, I'm feeling good.
Got this, man.
I can do anything.
I can beat him.
Oh no, it's not hard. quite think about this, but here we go. Matt Harvey in the lead, Sam Mudge in the chase, a couple of red S13s coming down the front straight now. Big tie from Mudgey as a bit of an awkward transition there from Matt Harvey. Like stacking the angle on through turn 2, get the bushfire on. That car just produces so much smoke, but Mudgey, he's not phased because he's inside the pocket there, outside of the smoke screen. We get further and further into this elimination bracket now. These guys are just going to keep turning it up even more so, but Sam Mudge now in the lead. Being chased down by Matt Harvey in turn 1. Harvey with the tie.
Yes, boy.
Harvey with the positioning. Harvey with the transition. Mudgey with the line in the lead. Nice and wide into the bus stop. Look at the proximity from Matt Harvey in the game.
That was incredibly good to watch. Once again, highly commend Mudgey on that, man. He had the line, he was out on the outer parts of the clipping point. He gave every opportunity for Matt to get up on his door, and Matt said, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, bro. Like,
I don't need an invitation.
No,
I'll
doors open, I'm coming in.
Hold on.
That was fantastic. That was a really good drive.
The drift car I watch is the amount that thing just instantly bushfires, but then still goes forward. But here we go, Taylor Lindstrom in the lead. Oh, big dive from Landon Kennedy! Whoa, what a dive as Taylor Lindstrom just grabs a tyre on the ripple strip there. No harm, no foul, keeps it going. Taylor doing a great job in the lead. Landon Kennedy, what was that dive? He literally said, I have to drive this home. As long as I drive home, that's how, all I care about. I'm not that fussed about, winning stuff. I don't want to sacrifice the car. And then he goes and does that. Alright, here we go. Landon Kennedy now in the lead. Nice and wide, right on the edge of the track. Taylor Lindstrom going for the dive there. 46 BMW landed nice and wide on that area. Outside ripple strip actually makes it work as opens up the door. Taylor Lindstrom again, right up there with the proximity. He's just put the fresh supercharger on the BMW and he's loving it. That little bit extra power has just made that car come alive.
Yeah, that thing does not seem to struggle in the power
No.
aspect of things, not by any means. Certainly any chance he gets in, he gets straight up on the door, just as the other lads as well. So it's a really high level of driving we're seeing out here at Simmons Plains this weekend, Ben. I'm frothing it, man.
We are down here in the pits. Landon Kennedy, Tate Lindstrom, 2 South Australians. And your winner is Landon Kennedy. We'll be going through. Landon, you've can I get the interview done now? Landon, you've had a nice cruisy week. You did some supercar demos. You're not the biggest competition battler, and here you are absolutely putting it in. Let's face this way for the...
Yeah, it's been an awesome weekend. Tassie's been amazing in general. Supercars was great. And we went and did some wineries, went to the zoo, did heaps of fun stuff. So in general, this has just been an unreal event.
Unreal stuff. And did it sort of break your heart a little bit to take out a fellow South Australian?
It did, but that dive was so much fun. I actually thought I was going to kill him on entry. I had everything locked up, handbrake, foot brake, to miss him, but I love battling people that I can trust. It's so much fun driving with people like Tate.
Unreal. Tate is an absolute weapon, but Landon Kennedy will be going through, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise.
All right, well, we've got a battle now on our hands. So that is...
Tasmanians, Logan Lovell and Khan Tidy as they go over turn 1 and into turn 2.
Yeah, Logan really filling out outside zone, coming into the bus stop left. Oh! Has to pull the nose out. And almost got caught sleeping there as he went for the dive and just almost made a mess of that. But Khan got the nose out, which was definitely a very aggressive jolt there to the system. Khan Tidy, or a rattle or a knock, you're like, I know what it is. But here we go, Khan Tidy, Logan in the chase. Going for the dive there. Bit of Tasmania on Tasmania action there. Black S14s all day long. Khan doing a great job with the lead there. Just walking away from Logan a little bit. As they come through across the line under the bridge as well. Campaign going for a sideline.
And I'll just keep going back a little bit. So I'm in line with Khan Tidy and Logan Lovell here. Oh, Logan's going back. It's all sorts. I can't pick a choice. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, going through is Logan Lovell in the Bring the Scum S14. Logan, what was it like going up against the bruiser Khan Tidy? The man is an absolute weapon behind the wheel, and he's driving a black S14.
Yeah, it's a good car. I can't believe how well he's driving. Going third gear, doing the whole track before. Honestly thought he would have got that, to be honest.
There we go. He thought Can't tidy might have had it, but Logan Lover will be going through, but you're going to have to get some tyres on this for Ryan Literal. Is that the case?
Probably actually, I forgot.
All right, head that direction, brother, and back to you boys.
Oh, Renee's just spamming me with a message now about speculating as well. She's just wants to jump in on the action. Is that Viersma? And actually, it could be Viersma.
Oh, that's not a bad thought either. It could be Viersma.
Yeah, because Houston should be battling Viersma. So Viersma looks like he's jumped into Tim Rasmussen's car for a sight lap. Oh!
Oh no!
In the wall!
Oh no!
Oh no! Luke Viersma has just buried Tim Rasmussen's car in the wall. That is so. I have done that in the first lap of a new car, and that sucks.
That's a horrible feeling. Jeez, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
You alright, Luke?
Luke, give us a thumbs up, mate.
Thanks, lad.
Thanks, mate. That sucks.
Mate, that's rough. That is rough. At least he's okay. Main thing to take out of it.
Yeah, that's it. I guess cars can be replaced. People can't.
No, I totally agree, mate. It's a horrible thing. It does suck. It's money. There's no good way about it. But as long as everyone's okay, no one got hurt.
We are going to get the ambos out as well. Of course, that is a big hit that Luke Viersma just took against that wall. So we are going to get him checked out as well. As you can see, Peter now getting out there. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Viersma. Big hit there, unfortunately. And make some noise for Tim Rasmussen, who very graciously lent him the car. So.
Yeah. That happens sometimes. It's always a risk in motorsport, mate. It always is, especially when you go and lend your car to someone. You never expect that that's going to happen, but it is always a possibility.
Whether it's you or it's,
Yeah, I'm certainly been on that side. I've been on the other side too, but I've lent the car to him, mate.
I'm down here with Luke Viersma, a really sad situation. Number 2 last round, and then this round had to borrow a car. Luke, just give us your own words. What happened out there?
Yeah, just this whole weekend's been pretty unfortunate for us, to be honest. So I really shouldn't have done what I should have done. I felt tested in the car park. Our car was broken, so we tried our best for 3 hours to get it fixed. Couldn't done it. I went and asked around, and Tim was very kind to give me his car. I went and tested, and I felt it just didn't feel right to me. So I risked it. I shouldn't have, and fucking when I snapped, went into the wall. I couldn't bring it back. So I'm very, very sad, very disappointed in myself, and I apologise to Tim. And
mate, shit happens. Don't be so hard on yourself, and there's always next time. Thankfully, you're okay, mate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are back into it again. The track's been cleared. And we're out. We've got Jason and Shay here as they come over the first corner and into the second. Jason in after Reed style line there. Shay after 2. Turn 2, turn 3. A little bit of gap there from Farron and Shay. But Shay, pretty good catch up there. Good angle on the last corner there as they go under the bridge.
Alright, there we go. Ponsonby right out wide. Farron with the dive in the keeper read R34. Again, nice transition from Ponsonby. Look at Farron all over the side of Shay Ponsonby as they transition now into the final corner. Great lead run there from Shay. Farron taking full advantage, all up in his business.
Really good to watch. Open the door.
Shay Ponsonby, Jason Farron, and it looks like our winner going through will be Jason Farron. Gets the win. Jason, how are you feeling out there, mate? There we go, you're walking away. Oh, needs the hat. This guy is a professional, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going out there? How is it battling Shay?
Oh, yeah, not bad. I mean, I went out for my sight lap and then my rack end decided to be completely loose, so that wasn't ideal. And I've been battling this misfire all weekend. Just can't seem to fight it, so I'm just pushing through. But solid battle, really good lead. Let me get up on that door and push through that miss, and it was a good time.
Unreal stuff, Jason Farron. You're going through. Keep humdinging along. And Ben, the professional, just said we can't use steering rack as an excuse anymore. So we're out of excuses.
All right. He's deep now. Here we go. Alex Shaka in the Barra-powered S14. Brendan O'Grady in the Hogbear in the chase. Oh, a bit of an awkward transition there from Hogbear. Really floats to the inside, trying to get up on the door. Shaka super shallow through turn 2. Gets out a little bit wider again. Looks like he's just running a real inside run there. Shaka, an old school competitor. maybe going back towards that the old school inside clip mentality in the final.
Yeah.
You know, you can see them both be there, but it's good to see them battling. And here we go, Brendan O'Grady now. Shaka in the chase, big, like straight pull initiation from Shaka to try and maximise. Look at the angle from him in the chase there. More angle than Bogger. Bogger drops a tyre as well. Bogger shut it down. Maybe he's thrown a bully again to look like he really just struggled coming out of turn two. And Shaka. Actually, we've got a battle up going on. So Cam Martin there in the lead and Ryan Literal giving a chase. Battle of the Borough cars. Ryan just washed out a little bit light. Big tyre drop in the chase. Cam though keeping it on the black stuff. Doing pretty well in a car that he's done minimal laps in as well.
Mate, as you said, the battle of the Borough cars.
Yeah. Alright, so here we go. It's Ryan Literal now in the lead. And he's getting chased down by Cam Martin. Look at the dive from Martin as Literal fills that outside zone to perfection. Nice transition from both the drivers there. Ryan getting nice and wide. Cam just falling out of the pocket slightly into the bus stop. Watch the stop the transition now. He just tries to close the door. Big angle from Cam Martin.
That was actually
Coming across
pretty
the
good.
line.
That was next bit of the first one.
Someone had a trailer in the picture. Or
Yeah,
trailer or something like that. So.
I know a guy.
Here we go, we've got a battle once again. Cam Martin in the lead, Ryan Little on the chase. They mustn't have been able to split him because they are going once again. Coming through into turn two. Oh, big tyre drop there for Cam Martin this time in the lead. And Ryan Little trying to hunt down the door. The door that belongs to neither of them.
Yeah.
About to send them off the line. Send it harder, get it deeper. Let's go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Literal now in the lead, being chased down by Cam Martin down the front straight past Motorsport Tasmania side. Big dive there from Cam Martin, getting right up close and personal with Ryan Literal, who eases the door open, and Cam Martin with a bit of a bobble there in the chase, but gets right up on the door on the S14 being driven by Ryan. That was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Good little run there.
That's a good
Little
run.
run.
Again, textbook lead run from
Yeah,
Ryan Literal.
very textbook
Just
lead
puts
run.
the cars know each other very well. They've both driven this track before, so this should be a very exciting run to watch here. So it's going to be Jason Ferry in the lead in the afternoon floor, getting chased down by Dale Campaign, going over the hill into turn one. Farron, nice and wide, transitioning onto the ripple strip. Dale just trimming the line a little bit. They get up on the door as big tyre drop from Farron in the lead, really opening that door as much as he can. Dale Campaign. And Dale just there, like a shadow, just mimicking, like line, angle, everything just sits there.
Yeah.
Half a car length away the entire time. It's just insane. It's insane how precise Dale is in the lead and the chase.
Yeah, man, he just must have that car so well done.
Exactly. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Dale Campaign now in the lead. Being chased down by Jason Farron here in the top 8, drift like around. So a big dive from Farron all over the side of Dale Campaign. Dale just trims that corner a little bit, trying to fill that outside zone now into the bus stop. But look at the aggression from Farron. Again, not that consistent car length or so behind. He's diving, backing out, diving once again, trying to show that he's got that aggression to take that win against Dale. So two different philosophies there: aggression versus consistency.
Yeah, and it's both often typically work.
Dale Campaign, who won that battle, going through to the top 4, ladies and gentlemen. Dale, you're chuffed. Now, the boys, Ben's been given up there. He told me about your nickname, Safety Campaign. He said you get it done, but hey, it's a proven point. You're here in the top 4.
Yeah, look, be expecting it a bit harder the next one. I was a bit, not as happy as I should have been in the chase. With the chase there, I should have pushed a bit harder, but when you chase first, it's hard to get that hype up. So yeah, next one I'm going full speed, so should be good.
Mate, a little tip, a little trick. Just get yourself some ZZ top cranking in that car, and you'll be out of here for sure. Make some noise for Dale Campaign.
And that's the person you want to be driving with because it gives you a
That's it, we've got Shaka and Landon Kennedy now coming down. Alex Shaka in the S14. Nice job in the lead, a little bit tight again through turn 2. Big tyre drop through turn, into the bus stop at turn 3. Landon Kennedy just falls back, is just making sure again he's got to drive that on the boat. So he doesn't want to get too close to Shaka if he's... Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Landon Kennedy now, Alex Shaka in the chase. Nice smooth initiation again from Landon Kennedy. You can see Shaka now diving up late. Oh, a little bit of an awkward one there for Shaka. As he just locks the fronts, as he just mistimes that transition now, trying to dive back up on the door. Definitely looks like that car's got a bit more grip in the chase. That landed, but maybe it caught him out a little bit there as he got a little bit too keen. So here we go, we got a battle comes. Matt Harvey, Logan Lovell now coming down the straight. These are our top two Tassies here this weekend as Matt Harvey, nice and wide, transitions right onto that outside clip, filling that outside zone, just starting to walk away from Logan Lovell as he just dives up on the door, into the bus stop, finish it off strong right on the door of Matt Harvey. And we've got our next battle ready and raring to go, they're off the line, it is going to be Logan Lovell now in the lead in the S14. Being chased down by the ever-present Matt Harvey, going down over the hill. Matt Harvey just happened to check up and re-dive there, a little bit further away than we're used to seeing, as you can see Logan just cutting that left-hand corner a little bit more than we saw from Matt. And Matt, though, all over the back of him as they come through into the final corner. Again, nice, smooth lead from Logan, maybe not quite as aggressive as we saw from Matt Harvey in terms of getting that time.
I've been all afternoon. And going through to the top four, no surprises, the Tasmanian local, Matt Harvey. Matt, what was it like going up against Logan? The brother is a loose unit, but man, can he steer.
He can steer anything, you know. He's such an awesome guy to go with. I just put everything on the line. He did the same thing. We had a baller of a time.
Unreal stuff. Matt, are you going for a clean sweep at Drift Collected?
Look, that's always the plan. Whether it goes to plan, who knows? We're just here to have fun. That's all that matters.
Unreal stuff. Love your attitude, Matt. Going through to the top four, Matt Harvey, ladies and gentlemen.
All the way through from the bottom 16, qualified 24th, and is here in the top 8. So great job, Huey. There you go, Ryan Litchfield now in the lead. Big dive from Houston. Sacker's got the front wheels locked up as he tries to hunt the door. All right, Litchfield, look at the angle from Huey, and he's on his door! As Litchfield dirt turbos through the bus stop. Huey was almost backwards in the chase and manages to stick it on his door. What a chase! What a lead! What a run, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely insane. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The second half of this battle now is Houston Sackers in the lead. Ryan Literal giving chase. Let's see what they got for us now. Big angle for Huey over the crest, a little bit shy on that first clip. A little bit awkward transition there as Literal now with more angle in the chase getting up on Huey's door. Oh, that's going to be a spicy one for the judges. Literal just pushing Huey through the last couple of corners. Again, I guess it's going to be now that decision whether the dirt drop from Literal was worse or that awkward transition missing the second clip from Huey was worse.
Pit lane, looking at one Ryan Literal in a borrowed car from Logan Lovell. Houston Sackers is about to pull up. Ladies and gentlemen, the final spot for the top four has been decided, and Houston Sackers gets the win. Houston will be there in a little sec, but let's go talk to Ryan Literal, our guest driver from the States. Ryan, not quite the Hollywood storyline we anticipated, but by gosh, surely you had fun out there.
Dude, it was such a blast. Again, thank you guys for everything, for having me out. Huge thanks for Logan. He totally saved the weekend. It was just a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Unreal. Make some noise for our guest driver, Ryan Literal. And now to the top four, Houston Sackers. Mate, you're on a bit of a run here.
Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing.
Mate, it looked like you knew what you were doing. You guys put on an absolute show. I'm not going to let you hang around any longer. Get your tyres on. Do what you need to do. Top four, buddy. Make some noise. Houston Sackers.
It's something to watch, guys, as they come down the back straight now with Matt in the lead for this run.
Here we go, yeah, so Matt Harvey in the lead in the RD2 being chased down by Dale Campaign in the Smith Partners 1B as the dive from Dale Campaign. He said he was going to step up the aggression and sure did as Matt Harvey wide. Matt Harvey drops a massive tyre there and Dale Campaign still all over the side of him there. So Matt Harvey maybe pushing a little bit more than he was expecting as Dale Campaign putting on the pressure.
That was hot. That's good. I like it. That's what I want to see.
National Series vibes starting to come together here at the June Collective as well. But here we go, Dale Campaign now. He's going to be leading. Look at Matt Harvey! Almost hits him on the initiation, dives up on the door. He knows he's going to push super hard on Dale Campaign, force him into a mistake. Dale though, you know he's not going to make that mistake because Matt Harvey is all over him, pushing him through the track. And Dale, though, he knows. Dale, he's got the mindset of a warrior. He knows it doesn't matter what Matt Harvey does behind him. Because he goes, if you hit me, it's your fault, mate. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. Doesn't feel the pressure. And shows why he wins a lot. Because he is just, he's mental fortitude. So fantastic. Now the Matt Harvey, just how, did you see him on the initiation? As Dale's initiated to go to the left, Matt Harvey was still next to him. He literally, as Dale initiated, oh, here we go, Landon Kennedy. Here we go, Huey Sackers. Landon Kennedy coming down the front straight. Big dive once again from Kennedy, getting right up on the side of the R33, transitioning into turn 2. Again, big dive from Landon Kennedy, falls back a little bit through the bus stop. As you can see, Houston just trims the line a little bit too much there. Look at the side, trying to run away a little bit, but he doesn't get away. And Landon Kennedy, absolutely on fire in the chase here today, as you see beams in the gravel. At least he's not on the ripple strip breaking an axle.
He loves it, mate. He loves it.
Literally on as Dale initiated. Oh, here we go though. Landon Kennedy now in the lead. Walks away from Houston Sackers a little bit. Huey has to cut the line to get back up onto the door of that Z20 Sora. And Landon again just filling that outside zone right on the edge of the bus stop there as Huey taking advantage. They get nice and close. Has to pull the nose out in that final transition. Drops a car length or two. Landon very, very smooth there in the lead. And Huey again, just super aggressive. It's what I love about winning. It's about winning the people's hearts. So we do have a decision. We have a decision here. So we're going to send him down the pits. Make some noise as they come through the pits, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to send Dale Campaign and Matt Harvey down to the grid. And they're going to have a chat with Mez, who's going to give us our winner.
Down here in the pits, Dale Campaign, Matt Harvey. Who will be going into the final battle, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'll tell you right now, because you guys deserve to know the information. Going through to the final battle, Drift Collective Round 2, Dale Campaign! Now the boys, they are just getting busy, discussing. You know what drifters are like, oh, you did that and I extended here, then you... Dale, on fire, taking out Matt Harvey, our round 1 winner. What's that feel?
Mate, yeah, we always go back and forward. He's had the upper hand for the last few times, so it's good to get one back up on him. Always good battling and pushing 110%, just went that little bit too hard. Almost did the same thing in my lead, but I just held it on track. So yeah, you can feel the pressure of him there, so almost made me make the mistake too. So yeah, it feels good. Massive thanks to my crew, everyone that helped me get the car here. It's been a massive, massive effort. So this is, yeah, all paying off.
Unreal stuff. Get yourself sorted for the final battle. And Matt Harvey, we'll just have a quick word with you. Mate, taking on Dale Campaign, you can't feel bad at losing against a guy like that.
No, 100% all the time, so you need to push 110%. I just lost the wheel out of my hands and that's all I wrote. One mistake and it's done. So no, it's always good to battle against Dale and hopefully go against third for see how we go.
That's exactly it, mate. Get yourself sorted for that third battle. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Harvey. All right, but let's not stop there. Let's refresh the phone because we have another battle that needs to be announced because we want that final battle happening. Okay, Landon Kennedy versus Houston Sacks. That was a stuff up on his last name, but he doesn't mind. Going through to the final battle, Landon Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen, making it an all-South Australian grand final, but don't say that too loud, their ego and heads might get too big. Landon, mate, you can't wipe the grin off, and I feel like you didn't plan for this whatsoever. You were just like, I'm going to compete, have some fun, and now you're here at the final battle.
Yeah, I definitely didn't plan for it. I didn't fit any more tyres, so we might need to change that. Yeah, I'm having a blast. This is so much fun. Just being able to trust every single person I enter behind, some top-level driving. Just being able to have that confidence, I'm loving it.
Unreal stuff. Make some noise for Landon Kennedy. We'll let him set to jet. He needs to get ready for a final battle. He does need a pair of tyres, he reckons. You're battling Dale Campaign, Landon.
Today to hire
just for the PA.
Just so we can have the PA and you guys can hear us all and stuff like that. So let's see what it does.
Well, let's put that to full use right now because we got Matt Harvey in the lead getting chased down by Houston Sackers. Look, blazing the initiation. Matt Harvey on the chalk. Big snappy transition, grabs the curb, filling the outside zone. He wants to put his foot down.
Oh,
He's too keen.
I think he's getting in there.
Not Huey just could not pull it off. Just got too keen.
That was exciting.
Well, did Matt Harvey jumping off tonight? I couldn't see from over here. That's for our judges to decide. But Huey with the dive of the century. And but here we go. Houston Sackers now in the lead. Matt Harvey giving chase in the Kumho Tyres. S13 all over the back of Houston Sackers as they transition into turn 2. Huey now leaving the door open for Matt Harvey, and he is absolutely all over the side of Houston Sackers all the way through the course. Absolutely pushing. Just that Matt Harvey aggression in the chase. It's so good.
Oh, here they come.
Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first part of our final here. Dale Campaign in the lead. Landon Kennedy, big dive once again from the Sora in the chase, transitioning now into turn 2. Dale Campaign leaving that door nice, wide and open for Landon Kennedy, and he is all over Dale Campaign. Perfect emulation there, car length behind. That's what we would expect from Dale Campaign. So if Dale then does that, then how are you going to decide that? Don't know. We get to go again either way. So not me. So anyway, Landon Kennedy now. Dale Campaign with the dive. Cutting the line there, again, getting right into the pocket of Landon Kennedy. This is a role reversal. Dale's now the aggressor, whereas Landon is the consistent driver. He loses the nose through that final transition. He was all over Landon Kennedy there. Actually, we have finals going right now, man, so better actually pay attention to the track. Here we go. Dale Campaign on the dive from Kennedy. On the tour, gets the nose out as well. Dale, a tight line into 2. Tries to walk away, he's trying to cut the line.
A little bit,
He's
jump back on.
and Landon though, he's all over him though. So Dale trimmed the line there, feeling the pressure from Landon Kennedy. Oh,
That was saucy.
oh, Landon. What a day it's been as we go into our second final here. Landon Kennedy in the lead. Dale Campaign giving chase into turn 1. Big dive from Dale Campaign. Right on the door of the Sora. Good transition from both drivers as Dale gets right up into the pocket. Getting right close and personal to Landon Kennedy. Now Dale knows that Landon wants to keep that car clean, and Dale will have the respect to not punch his door in. That's the kind of person Dale is. But you just saw him, he was sitting mere centimeters
away.
He's like, I won't give you a zippy, but I could have if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting right to the pointy end of everything. Here at Drew Collective Round 2 at Simmons Plains, it is going to be Dale Campaign in the lead, Landon Kennedy in the chase, in the Sora, coming down front straight over the hill. Dale Campaign on the edge of the track, Landon Kennedy right there, transitioning through 2. Dale Campaign tight once again into the bus stop and then out of the bus stop, leaving a little bit of a gap to Landon Kennedy, but once again, Dale that second apex quite aggressively. It feels like he's getting a little bit rattled. He's trying to run away a little bit.
Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe he's throwing a couple of things down. He's just thinking that he's normal. Like you said, the B&B tonight's probably going to be a bit of a...
The Airbnb's going off. Yeah,
it's
it's definitely going off. But here we go. Third time round. It's going to be Landon Kennedy in the lead. Dale Campaign giving chase into turn 1. Dale with the dive into turn 1. Transitions into a little bit of lazy transition there from Landon. Right out to the edge of the track as Dale almost overtakes him there coming into the bus stop. Transitioning into the final row. A little wider line there from Landon, and Dale diving up a little bit too aggressively there as well.
Yeah, he dived in there on turn 3, didn't he? Like, came in.
And we're forming together once again. So fourth and final time, Dale Campaign in the lead. Landon Kennedy goes for the dive, almost overtakes Dale Campaign. Through turn 1, transitions into 2. Nice and tight for Landon Kennedy. They're trying to get up on the door of that Smith Partners Real Estate 1V, transitioning into the final corner, around under the bridge, and whoa, sick. What a wonderful place to be. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final run of the day. Landon Kennedy in the lead. Dale Campaign throws it in on the door. Landon Kennedy through turn 1, gets the nose out. Snappy transition from both drivers. Very tight from Landon Kennedy. Dale Campaign cutting the corner to stay on the door and in the pocket. So come around the last corner for the final time and under the bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, just keep your eyes down at that hairpin because Landon's been throwing backies all weekend long. And he knows it's done. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it now. So just keep your eyes on Landon going down there. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We are done for our battles here today. We're going to get those cars back to the pits, and then we're going to make the judges put the work in.
All right, gather around, everyone. All your drivers, get next to your cars. Everyone's here.
Dale just walked away.
Dale.
He's behind you.
Oh, he's coming. There he is. Yeah, all friendly Dale, back at it again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking it out in the cold. It's been an absolute pleasure today, and we've had a real treat, and I'm getting a signal there, and hopefully... all good. Okay, we'll keep going. Anywho, without further ado, we had a big entry competition earlier this morning, and the loose cannon Anthony Romano is our big entry winner.
Bring back finger in.
Yeah, Romeo. This is well deserved, brother.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if it was skill, talent, or just pure luck, but you fucking pulled it together, bro.
What do you mean? Are you serious or what? It was the 1400 beers last night. At least someone done it for the Vicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Is that for fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's get into it. Fourth place, Matt Harvey, our round one winner, an absolute Tasmanian peddler. We have the finest Jacobs Creek Chardonnay ready for you. Matt, would you like to thank anyone or say anything to this lovely crowd that have gathered here?
Yeah, I just want to thank my parents, Tash, everyone who's helped with the car, Jory, Eilish. You know, it's been, other than a little grin here and there, it's been awesome to drive. It's been an awesome event. Thank you very much. All the sponsors, Kumo, Power Plus, BSC. Yeah, it's been an awesome event. Thanks for Drifting Taz and Drift Collective for putting everything on.
Woo!
Thank you.
Hey, don't you go far, brother. Don't you go far. In third place, the young gun from Mount Gambier, Houston Sackers. Big congratulations, brother. Make some noise. Now, Houston, you've got a quiet voice, so just show everyone how big your grin is, because I think that's, you're chuffed, aren't you?
Look at me car.
Yeah, look at his car. He's chuffed. Make some noise for Houston, ladies and gentlemen. All right, getting into the big league stuff. On the box, brother. Yeah, geez, you don't get out of that quick.
Hang on.
Oh, actually, you're not used to the podium, so this is a step where we get everyone at the end to display themselves. All right, second place, Landon Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen, from South Australia. 50 years of drifting experience, 0 competitive efforts. Landon, who do you want to thank? What do you want to say? You're also chuffed on life.
Yes, it's the first ever interstate event and first top level competition, and it's just been awesome.
It's pretty easy, eh?
No, being able to drive with people that you can just trust every lap, like I said before, has just been awesome. Want to thank Damien, who towed down here and basically pitted all weekend for me. And this car looked like a tube minty about 2 weeks ago, and Dominic and Chris from DT Paint and Panel got it perfect. Didn't expect this to, I thought it was going to be a reshell, but they've made it look awesome. So I'm just stoked to be driving at home and not towing at home.
Unreal stuff. Landon Kennedy, well done once again. Second place, grab yourself on the top step. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, first place, another South Australian. He was not safe at all because he won the event, Dale Campaign. Dale, mate, just absolutely shredding all weekend. How did you feel? You love it?
Oh, look, the start was a bit sketchy. We qualified 11th, a few little mistakes, but we got ourselves, in the groove. And big thanks to Ben for always telling me I'm shit and slow and hard to get into it. But yeah, we pushed really hard after that. Hats off to Landon. Every single lap was consistent as hell, and that was some of the worst wild chase runs I've ever done. So just want to thank the main sponsors, Smith Brothers Real Estate and Kumo Tyres. Wayne Helen, can't thank you enough. You've been on board for at least 6, 7, 8 years now, and just can't do it without you guys. So yeah, massive thanks to everyone that stayed out, and Drift Collective.
Unreal stuff. Make some noise. Your round 2 winner of Drift Collective, Dale Campaign. Get on the top step. Give us a pose for the photographers and then shake the bottle and I'm gonna...
My lid might blow.
Hold your sign up, Huey. And you got the bottle.
You've done that before.
Got enough rappers.
He asked the question.
Spray 'em!
Oh, how bad this thing?
It's just not hot. It's just not hot.
That's the worst part of it.
That's it, round 2 of Drift Collective here at Simmons Plains, held by Drift League, has been run and it has been done. And what an absolute treat we witnessed. A great display of driving and won by none other than Dale Campaign. Stay tuned, head on down to Calder Park for round 3, held by Keep It Reet, the final round of Drift Collective. That's 2 different winners now. It could be anyone's. See you there.
So you see me here at the end, obviously means something weird's going on. And post our event, we actually had a protest on the 3rd and 4th battle between Matt Harvey and Houston Chuckers. Both guys are killing it all day. Obviously Houston got the win and got announced the win, but there was quite weird contact in the middle of the track. The judges were sitting kind of on the outside of turn 3, somewhat, I guess you'd say, like in the smoke line. And obviously at this event we didn't have a live stream, mainly because the internet sucks at Simmons Plains. Everyone was doing the best they could. A review went in, we reviewed all the footage and we've come to the conclusion that we've actually put Matt Harvey through as the winner. I know it seems like a pretty serious swing, but obviously we've just deemed fault actually to be for Houston really getting that big dive and making wheel-on-wheel contact with Matt's front wheel. I was initially thought that Matt actually over-rotated and that's what caused the contact. But now we've been able to clear it up, we've changed that one over. I know it's a little bit weird. It'd be easy for an event just to try and save face by like not changing a call, especially after it's already been in the podium. And you guys have already seen podium photos. I know that earlier this year when I was competing in another series internationally, that I never would have done this, but we're trying to do everything we can to be as fair as possible. We have a lot of people traveling a long way. We want to make the best unbiased decisions that we possibly can. We think this is just the right thing to do. So a little bit awkward, sucks a little bit, is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be an awkward phone call when I have to ring Houston about this tomorrow morning. But anyway, he'll get to keep the trophy. We'll still make it good, and some of the prize money. But yeah, it has been a little reversion between those two.